Thank you, Joanna, and thank you, Vice Chancellor, and thank you indeed to the University of York for this extraordinary honor. I'm aware that you're all here for purposes other than to listen to me speak. So even though I've got several pages in front of me, keep in mind I'm getting old now, so I have to, it's more difficult for me to see what I've written down. But I will not be very long. I'm so used to seeing actors dressed up. It is strange being dressed up myself, as if I was taking part in someone else's play, which in a sense I am, and I am extremely grateful. I feel like Oedipus, who, on arriving in Thebes from Corinth, is proclaimed king. No test to undergo, no exam to sit around, and hey presto, he is king, just as I am now a doctor. In 1973, when I took my first train to York from London, I never imagined I'd be standing here in the Central Hall being honored by the university. University was a dream, and York, the second capital of the country, its apogee. I'm the product of a father who left a small town in northern India to make a new life on the railways in East Africa. Perhaps he dreamt of a university when thinking of his son. And perhaps that was why he was prepared to work all hours in British Rail to make the dream come true when he came and settled here. And what a dream! York was what I would now characterize as my synaptic self. It made me conscious of the synaptic function we have as human beings, vessels connecting different neural impulses or simply acting as conduits for different experiences. York taught me to see how the soaring, silent majesty of the Minster connects with the quietude at the heart of the cacophonous images and sounds of Meenakshi Temple in South India. It taught me, too, to realize that long before I set foot in this country, there had been other persecutions, other racial discriminations, the pogrom against Jews in 9/11 AD being only one example. Closer to home, it brought me to my current partner, Claudia Mayer. Before meeting her, I had come across the work of her father, the eminent Indian anthropologist, Professor Adrian Mayer, who I'm delighted is here today, seemingly dressed up, here in York. And like a good Indian boy, I knew that the road to the partner of my dreams was through the parent. So most of all, York taught me to dream. And it is that dreaming which has formed the body of my life's work, which is being honored today. A 14th century Indian critic defines theater as being like a dream. It is not real, but it is really felt. A lesson I learned through studying history here at York. The reality of medieval York was no longer palpable, but I could feel it standing in the Minster or walking down the shambles. Constantine was long dead, but I could feel the thrill of being proclaimed Roman emperor and the first Christian one to boot. It is this sense engendered by history of being a synaptic fellow that propelled the creation of my theatre company, Tara Arts, when I left in 1976. The company's motto of no passports is as much a statement of historical truth. People have moved across countries and continents throughout the ages, as it is a defiant call to the nature of all our dreamings, which know no borders of color, nationality, language, gender, or faith. In pursuing theatre, I have dropped the his in history and kept the root of the discipline, story. For what is story but a dream? Dreams like theatre and history, are the great gift of imagining the what if. What if the world were different from what I see it now? What if there were another way of living? What if we could walk faster than sound? What if? What if? As I look around at all the younger selves that was me 30 years ago, I can only say, dream on. There is a world to gain and only fear to lose. To finish, I hope these words of the first non-European Nobel Prize winner for literature, Rabindranath Tagore, will prove as inspiring for you as they were for me when I set up Tara Arts. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit, where the mind is led forward into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, let my country awake. Thank you all.